Hello everyone, my name is Vipra Joshi and I am an assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management in Electrical Engineering Department. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on subject of transmission and distribution. In this video I will be explain Faraday effect and proximity effect. This is unit 4th topic of 4th semester in electrical engineering branch. What is Faraday effect? The effect in which the voltage at the receiving end of the transmission line is more than the sending end voltage. This is called the Faraday effect. Such type of effect mainly occurs because of light load and open circuit at the receiving end. It means when our load is light and there is open circuit, it means no load connect in the receiving end. In this type of condition Faraday effect occur. So basically the Faraday effect is due to the charging current of the line. This charging current flows into the capacitor and called the charging current. A charging current is also known as capacitive current. And the charging current increase in the line when the receiving end voltage of the line is larger than the sending end. So we can say whenever we consider a Faraday effect in a transmission line, you need to understand transmission line. Now for this we are consider long transmission line. In case of long transmission line, the length of transmission line is around to 200 kilometer and the voltage level is also very high in the long transmission line. Here we consider a distributed parameter. It means we have here parameter is resistance, inductor and capacitor. Okay, so these are the distributed through the line. Here we need some consideration for which this effect is valid. The line should be light loaded and unloaded. Okay, it means the receiving end is open circuit and lightly loaded. At that time Faraday effect occur. So now if you consider a small section of line, here we can see if we take a small section of line, so here this is the resistance and this is the inductor and this is the capacitor. Okay, so there is no load connected in between output terminal. Okay, so now the charging current is flowing through the circuit and we can say the inductive drop is very less here. Why? Because the capacitive effect is more, which present due to the charging current. This effect is more as compared to the inductive current and inductive effect. So there is a inductive drop is very less. And now if we can say if capacitive part is more effective in this, then we can say the current will be phase shifted from the voltage around 90 degree. We know that in case of capacitor, if we take voltage reference as a horizontal, then current will be 90-degree shift. Okay, so if this is the voltage, now if this is voltage and this is current, okay, so in this capacitor case, okay, now the current is phase shifted from the voltage around 90-degree, so we can draw a phasor diagram for this. We can see here, if we take voltage receiving end as a reference, we know that in capacitor case the current is leading. So here, due to the here the current is leading IC1, and here we have two parameter R, resistance and inductance. So we make R in the same phase, because in case of resistance, voltage and current are in the same phase, and for the inductor the voltage drop is XL into IC1 is here, and for the resistance the voltage drop is R into IC1 is here. So in case of inductor it is lagging. Okay, now this is our sending end voltage. If we summation all these voltage drop, we can get here Vs, our sending end voltage, equal to Vr plus, here you can say these all are the summation of the voltage. So here we can say Vr is greater than by Vs. Here you can say Vr is greater than by Vs, and we can say Vs magnitude is so less because of the current shift. Here the magnitude of Vr is here and the Vs is here, so the magnitude of Vs is small as compared to the Vr. So we can say our receiving end voltage is greater than the sending end voltage. It means if we take about this voltage, it means sending end voltage become less, around the 5% to 10%, it vary. This phenomena is also depends and also valid for the different load that is capacitive in nature. It means if we take any load which is capacitive in nature, at that time Faraday effect occurs. We can say that whenever a synchronous machine or synchronous motor is loaded with a capacitive part, okay, so we can have that type of Faraday effect is there. Now we can also understand by this the Faraday effect. At first we take a small part of transmission line, okay, so here we make a formula and we apply a formula KVL, and now we can get Vs equal to minus Is into XL minus Is into Xc for the capacitance. Now we can write here, we know that XL equal to J omega L. Okay, so here small l is due to the, because we know that these parameters are distributed in the transmission line. It is not the lumped network, it is distributed network, so that's why we multiply with element with small l, it is the length. So and we know that x equal to 1 over omega c, j omega c, so here we multiply it with l. Now this is our equation for the second step. Now we take common Is. then the term become Vs equal to Is into j omega L into L, means length, plus 1 upon j omega c into. Now the value of Is is Vs over j omega capital N into small l plus 1 over j omega c into small l. In a long transmission line, the value of capacitor is very less as compared to the inductor. So if we say that the value of this capacitor is very small, then the value of 1 over j omega c into L is very high, because it is in the reciprocal form. So if the value of this term is very high, then we can neglect the j omega L into L term, because the effect of this terms is very less. So after that we can write Is equal to here Vs into j omega cl. Okay, now we know that Vr equal to Vs minus Is into XL. So we put the value of Is in this equation. Now we can get Vs minus Vs into, because here the value of Is is Vs into j omega c into L, and the value of XL we can write omega L na. So then j omega L into L. Now if we take common here Vs, and we put here the value of j square equal to minus 1, so our term become Vr equal to Vs into 1 plus omega c capital L into small l ka square. Now by this we can also say that here the receiving end voltage is greater than the sending end voltage. So we can prove by the mathematical equation that Vr is greater than Vs, and this is the phasor diagram method at which we prove the Vr is greater than the Vs. So this is the Faraday effect. Now the second effect is proximity effect. Okay, so when the conductor carry a high alternating voltage, then the current are non-uniformly distributed on the cross-section area of the conductor. This effect is called the proximity effect. It means when the conductor carry alternating current, then there is a alternating flux. Okay, so this flux link with the nearby the conductor, and this cause a change in current density of the both conductor. Okay, so it is a tendency for the current flow in other conductor in undesirable pattern of loop due to presence of magnetic field generated by the nearby the conductor. It is because magnetic field is created due to the presence of the nearby conductor. That's why here a current density of both the conductor are non-uniform. Okay, so if we see in this figure, if the conductor carry a current in the same direction, then the magnetic field of the half of the conductor which are close to each other, we can say here, if this conductor carry current in the same direction, then at this part cancel each other, the magnetic field cancel each other, and hence no current flow through the half of the portion, and here the current flow only the this side. Now if we see the current density carry, it means when the current carrying a current in the opposite direction. Okay, so then we can say here the current density is maximum. Okay, so the more current and magnetic field of the far off is the half of the conductor, and here it is cancelled to each other. Now we can see here, if we take two conductor in the same direction current flow like this. Okay, so when we consider here, we can see here in the this portion the current direction is opposite to each other. Okay, so we can say here, if the here the magnetic flux is very less, because here the current density is low. Okay, so we can say if the magnetic flux of that portion is phi 1 and magnetic flux of that portion is phi 2, so here the flux is less and here the flux is high, because the current density is all in same direction, or here some opposite direction. So here the flux is decreasing and here the flux is increasing. So if we take the first part, now if the flux is increasing, we can say inductance is also increasing, and we know that xl equal to 2 pi f into L. It means the if xl effect is also increasing. Okay, and we know that z equal to r plus j omega L. So if the j omega L is increasing, then this part r plus j omega L is also increasing, because the value of this is added to the resistance. Now we can say impedance is also increasing. Okay, so when impedance is also increasing, we can say the current is decreasing, because V is equal to I into Z. Okay, and if we make formula I equal to V over Z, and we can say I is inversely proportional to the impedance. So when the impedance is increasing, then current is decreasing. So in this case current is very low. Now when we see the another part, if the flux is decreasing, then we can say L is also decreasing, and here the value of x L2 is 2 pi fl, so L2 is decreasing, so this effect of inductive resistance is also decreasing. Okay, so if this value is decreasing, then overall value is also decreasing, and we can say here the impedance is also decreasing. So we can say if impedance is decreasing, then current is increasing. Okay, so here we can say if flux is increasing, then current is decreasing, and flux is decreasing, then current is increasing. So if we take the same direction current flow in this circuit, we can get here the flux is decreasing, current is increasing, so we can say here the current is maximum flow in that part at the half of the part. Same if we take the opposite condition, if we take the opposite direction, like one direction is clockwise and other direction is anti-clockwise, we can see the current density to flow at the half of the portion of other side. So this is the effect of the proximity effect. Now which factor affecting the proximity effect? These factors are with increase in the frequency. This is the reason this effect is the not absorbed in case of DC also. Okay, so here we can say if in AC the frequency is increased, due to which the magnetic flux is changed. Okay, and due to which we can observe the current density is also related to the magnetic flux, because magnetic flux is dependent on the inductor, so that's why it is affected by the AC frequency. Now more the diameter of the conductor, then more will be this effect. Okay, and next is the effect is also depend on the material of conductor, which type of material we use. Okay, if the material is ferromagnetic, then proximity effect is more, because in ferromagnetic material there is a very high magnetic flux. Okay, and proximity effect is the more in case of solid conductor. This is the reason standard or ACSR conductor are used to reduce this effect. Okay, so these are the factor affecting of the proximity effect. Thank you.